statistically speaking, if you have a bachelor's degree, you'll contribute in your entire life $273,000 more in taxes than high school graduate, and those taxes can be gone to like local taxes, a park, to schools, stuff like that, and then federal would obviously be like Social Security for people and yourself. And then since a college graduate with a bachelor's degree is contributing that much more taxes to the government, you're also contributing to like public colleges, and that's helping other students get a degree. So it's just kind of like a cycle, and everything just keeps going through. And then just like some things, if you're not going to college, that's totally okay too. And not saying that you would have to have government assistance. Like, you're not going to be successful if you don't go to college, blah, blah, blah. Any of that stuff doesn't have to be true. You do not have to be like that. I just wanted to show some examples as to what you don't have to, or what you can do instead of going to college. So if you don't really, like, a construction worker wouldn't really need a degree. I mean, it could help, like, if they wanted to own their own construction company, but you don't need that. There's plenty of careers that don't need a degree. And granted, most of those are manual labor jobs, but some people are just passionate about that kind of stuff. So it just kind of like, it depends on the person. So, sorry, I have notes. Some people don't want to go to college at all. And some people might want to take a gap year or something like that. And that doesn't mean that they're any less of a person or any less, like, successful in our society. And, like, that's totally okay. You do not have to go to college. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to go to college because their parents are telling them they have to, their friends are all going. Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. And that's cool. I've got some friends that right out of high school, they just joined the workforce, whether that's working for their parents on a farm, or they're going into construction, or anything like that. And sometimes you could go to a trade school, you could go just to, like, training, like, on the spot. Like, you're just going, you're just entering. And then some people do want to take a few gap years before going to college, and that's okay. Like, if you can't afford to go to college and you want to take a gap year just to save up some money, maybe go to a community college, like, that's totally fine. And I feel like not everybody should, like, think poorly or look down on people that are choosing that life. Yeah, those are my opinions on that. Then, I said a little bit earlier that I kind of wanted to focus more on people that are my parents' age, but I do understand that that's a lot of people, and I feel like I could reach more people than that. I also like people my age, so like my friends who didn't go to college. I don't ever want to make them feel like what they're doing is less important because they're not going to college and I am. Because they're making money and I'm just chilling. So, like, they could be, right now they're way more successful than I am. It's just how you look at it, you know? And so I kind of wanted to reach people like my peers. And then I also don't think that you should be forced at our age to pick what you want to do for the rest of your life. Like, that is a big commitment. Some people just know. They just know what they want to do. And some people, completely clueless. They don't know what they want to do, so they're not going to go spend money on going to college if they don't know what they want to do. Or I know some people go 2 years at a community college just to get some gen eds out of the way, like basic math, English, science classes. So then once they do figure out what they want to do, they can move on and go to a university and get that kind of degree if they needed to. Or if they don't need to, and they figure out in community college what they want to do, and that college has the program that they want to do, boom, go into that. So, like, it's a big decision to make. And sometimes when you figure out what you want to do, it doesn't require a degree, so you just don't get one, which is okay too. And then I also said I wanted to reach people's parents, like the people in my age's parents, so my peers' parents, and just people in that age range, because I feel like a lot of parents, especially the parents that I know, put this insane pressure on their kids that they have to go to college, they have to do this, or they're not going to be successful, they're going to be deadbeat kids, and just things like that. And that's not always the case. Like, granted, it does happen, but that's not always the case. And I just want people to have a more open mind about it, especially parents. And I don't know. I just think that parents, like, that I know are very, very fixed on the stigma that you have to go to college in order to be successful, which is not true. And then also a lot of parents like to live their dreams through their kids and want their kids to do the same things that they did, or better things, or just, oh, I went to this college, so you have to too. No. And then, just hard work and determination will bring you everything that you need, whether that's going to college or not, to get your career. Like, you're working hard, you're making money, you're providing for yourself, and if you have a family, you feel happy in the way that you are, that's great. That's the ultimate dream to have, just to be happy in your life, which pretty important. And then I also wanted to reach an older generation, like my grandparents, because I feel like my grandparents and people like my grandparents' friends that I know, they were a part of a big generation that did go to college, because they would have been in time where the middle class had, like, developed to what we know is the middle class, and they could afford to go to college, so then they did. And I feel like they don't really realize that college is not as cheap as it used to be. It's really not. And it's okay. Times are growing, times are changing, and I feel like everybody just needs to know. And just because you don't go to college, you're not gonna fail at life. It may seem like a super important thing, but if it's not for you, it's not for you. And that's totally fine. Totally fine. But I think I got my point across. Hopefully. If you enjoyed this and actually watched it all the way through, give it a thumbs up for me. If you could give me some feedback in the comments, that'd be really cool. And if you know me personally, shoot me a text or a call. Let me know how I did. If there's something I could have improved on. I know that I say a lot of filler words. And I'm not very good at making eye contact. And I'm also looking at myself, not the camera. Because I don't want to look stupid. But I probably do, because I'm not looking at the camera. I played myself on that one. But anyways, give me the feedback. Yeah. Have a good day.